Climate change is one of the greatest challenges that human society has had to experience in the recent past. It is evident that communication, education, and public awareness is the only means of using participatory actions to deal with adaptation and mitigation to climate change. The Western Ghats of India, a biodiversity hotspot, faces increasing vulnerability to climate change, making education vital in empowering communities to think critically, feel deeply, and act decisively for a sustainable future. This vision aligns with SDG 4.7 and India's new education policy 2020, fostering ESD driven competencies and holistic learning to inspire behavioral change and empower students for climate action.
So this brings us to our research question as to how does the Education for Climate Action program influence the climate change knowledge, skills and actions among students and teachers of the Western Ghat region, and also what are the specific challenges and successes associated with this kind of Education for Climate Action program.
The Education for Climate Action program, supported by the Tata Trust, implemented in the Western Ghat region of India, sensitizes 35 schools with knowledge, skill sets, and actions on climate change. To institutionalize climate learning, we reviewed school textbooks for grades 6 to 8. The content analysis revealed gaps in real-life examples and action-oriented activities, with climate-related keywords often mentioned but rarely explained in depth. To address these gaps, we developed 10 localized and innovative modules and educational material tailored to address region-specific aspects of climate change and its impacts using the head, heart, and hand pedagogy and the competency-based learning approach.
The modules revolved around orienting schools towards climatology, climate change, its causes and effects, disaster preparedness, and climate action, bridging critical knowledge gaps, fostering emotional connection to the tangible climate impacts, and empowering schools to be a hubs of climate resilience through climate action. We were able to sensitize 1,200 students through this program using a diverse range of pedagogical tools. These included immersive field visits, posters, activity booklets, interactive collaborative games, special thinking, engaging surveys and questionnaires, mobile-based tools, hands-on experiments, and practical exercises. Students also participated in impactful community-led climate action projects connecting classroom knowledge to real-world challenges. This holistic approach not only bridged significant knowledge gaps but also inspired both educators and students to become proactive stewards of climate awareness and action. We also organized teacher training workshops for over 50 teachers. These sessions enable teachers to grasp the science behind climate change, participatory and innovative teaching methodologies, equipping them to deliver climate-focused education and integrate it into their pedagogy effectively. This resulted into integration of climate education into their respective subjects and collaborative partnerships among teachers from different schools working on local issues for climate resilience.
The Climate Education School program brought a transformative shift, empowering students and teachers with skills and attitudes to address climate change.
Students identified environmental impacts via product life cycle analysis, fostering the urgency of sustainable lifestyle and practices. They evolved a sense of empathy by documenting local flora-fauna and created biodiversity registers. In response to the natural disaster occurring in their regions, they developed school evacuation plans and kits. Their action projects were community inclusive, raising awareness for local environmental issues. Many schools established drum composters, kitchen gardens, and medicinal gardens, leading to replication at their homes. Projects like climate resilient city designs and energy conservation models were showcased at regional science exhibitions, thus promoting environmental stewardship.
However, challenges persist. Power outages, fluctuating attendance, teacher shortages, and frequent transfer disrupt progress. Despite these hurdles, we remain hopeful, believing that education will lead the charge in the fight against climate change.